Return to Strands by Martin Dempsey. Chapter 6. Baron Melanchthon's narrative of his marvellous travels and a sojourn into the wonderful world of poetry. Publisher's note. This brief section is noteworthy for being one of the few passages wherein the Baron's efforts are presented in verse. While it is a risible attempt, it is interesting in that it sheds light on the Baron's own view on mortality and adds credence to his own continual protestations as to his acts of daring do, possibly speaking to the motivation of his deep-seated desire to be seen as a risk-taker and a daredevil. This element of the narrative is what led to the coining of Melanchthon syndrome, the desire to engage in high-risk and impulse-led behaviours, a trait shared with a diagnosis of sociopathy, but with the added elements of firstly, failing to acknowledge that such behaviours are risky, and secondly, that anyone who is harmed as collateral damage from the sufferer's actions somehow benefited from exposure to the way things really are. Therefore, this poem has been included here as it's often referenced in many published guidelines to diagnosing in the identification of dysfunctional attitudes to mortality. The Immortal Sorcerer by Baron Melanchthon. Wandering along the wind-swept shore one day, I chanced upon a sorcerer, old and grey. It is a lie, he sadly told, a falsehood misconstructed and poorly sold. Immortality, for what it claimed, would save the world from damnation's flames. A chosen few, wise with years, could guide humanity through the era's fears. With this in mind and a selfish need to exist, I stole more years from the deep abyss. Yet it is not true. It is a lie. Now I care no more for humanity than for the sky. With each passing season, I care a little less. The ones whose names I knew no longer exist. You come so fast and die so soon. Another generation, it seems, with each new moon. I tried with trees. A garden I grew. I named the oaks, and I named the yew. Yet they also withered and bent, and my emotions and sympathies were finally spent. The mountains now I claim as friends, yet even their mighty horizon sways and bends. It is a lie, this I do attest. The fool who stole those years is long since dead. Only I still live, and will still long years hence. Yet that poor fool in the distance will see my death. We pass on, every moment gone. Who we are now is as letters in a song. You'll die tonight, tomorrow replaced anew. And I myself will now bid you adieu.